Outside, it is minus 40 degrees Celsius, a temperature cold enough to turn a cup of water thrown into the air into ice in the blink of an eye. In the middle of that bone-deep cold, if you squeeze yourself into an igloo tent, a place built entirely from 100% frozen water, you can actually feel warmth inside that ice chamber. How can a shelter made from frozen water protect human beings from the deadly cold of the Arctic winter? The truth is, an igloo does not defeat the cold by creating more heat. It defeats the cold by making heat escape very, very slowly. An igloo is not a heating machine. It is a perfect heat trap. Welcome to Everyday Things Explained. The heat was already there. Before we understand the snow wall, we have to know where the heat comes from. An abandoned igloo will still be freezing. It only truly works when human beings step inside. Our bodies are like machines, always running in the background, constantly releasing heat at around 100 watts. Think of a winter puffer jacket. The jacket itself does not generate heat. Its only function is to act as a barrier, preventing those 100 watts from escaping the body into the environment. An igloo works in exactly the same way. The Inuit also used a small lamp, burning animal fat. However, that flame, or the warmth of the human body, only becomes useful when the room does not let heat escape straight into the outside world. Snow as packaging, not ice. At this point, we have to erase one very large misunderstanding. An igloo is never built from solid ice. Solid ice is a terrible insulator. Cold passes through it extremely easily. An igloo is built from weathered compressed snow that has been packed tightly by wind and storms. It is hard enough to be sawed into load-bearing blocks, but inside, its structure is incredibly porous. Around 90% of the snow block's volume is actually air. Think of bubble wrap used to protect fragile goods. Its insulating power comes from millions of trapped pockets of still air. Still air is a wonderful natural insulator. So, the Inuit were wrapping themselves inside giant insulating blankets. The room is designed for air. Insulating walls alone are not enough. An igloo is a microclimate machine because of its refined architectural design. Look at the vertical cross-section of an igloo and you will see that the floor is not flat. The entrance is a tunnel dug much lower than the living floor. Because cold air is heavier, it sinks downward and becomes trapped in the lower passage. Warm air is lighter, so it rises, embracing the raised sleeping platform. Over time, the warmth slightly melts the inner layer of snow. Then it immediately freezes again into a hard, glossy glaze. This glaze seals every tiny gap, stopping the brutal storm winds from entering. Even though it is very tight, the dome always has a small ventilation hole to push carbon dioxide outside and prevent suffocation. Cold turned into design. An igloo is not a permanent villa. It is a masterpiece of temporary survival shelter during dangerous hunting journeys. Its greatness lies in an enormous system of practical knowledge, understanding materials, mastering fluid mechanics, and controlling the principles of heat loss. To fight the cold, we do not need a gigantic fire. We only need to know how to manipulate airflow. If a primitive snow shelter can contain such advanced engineering thinking, then the things around us that seem crude and ordinary may also be hiding extraordinary design logic. For example, why must high-speed railway tracks, weighing tens of thousands of tons, always be placed on a loose pile of broken stones? That will be the mystery in the next video. Thank you for watching Everyday Things Explained. See you again inside the ordinary things that are not ordinary at all.